Fury Wilder 3, less than 2.5 weeks. Who do you have? It would have been easy, but Fury has made this hard. You don't know what kind of condition Fury's going to be in. You don't know what he's been doing this past 1.5 years or however long it's been he hasn't fought. He announces 7 weeks before the fight, I'm going in hard training, no social media, I'm in training camp. Well, from past experience, 7 weeks isn't long enough if you're not in pretty good shape to begin with. If you haven't been doing your road work without your trainer around and exercising and doing things. Like I said, past experience, 7 weeks isn't long enough. Other hand, you got Wilder. Been in the gym since day one after the loss, basically, after he healed up. Top shape. I'm big on conditioning when my guys fought and technique. So I have to weigh the two together now because they don't seem to be synchronized with both fighters. So I see the latest video come out of Wilder about 6 days ago. And I want to see if things were corrected when I started my YouTube channel. The first video, what Wilder needs to correct. The third one, fourth, so on and so forth. So I'm going to go over just 3 basic things I wanted to see improvement on Deontay Wilder. It was the jab. I made the analogy, second video or fourth or whatever it was, or the third one. If your friend runs out of gas, you're not going to get down with your elbows out. You're going to get behind and push. You don't want the elbow out and get caught to the ribs.
Oh, the Hills jab. Oh, right to the body, down. Unheard of.
So, left hook. I didn't really like Wilder's left hook. I think he needed to work on it. You know, I want to see just tight stuff, not... I said Fury, every time he uses his left hand, whether it's to shove your hand in his right head in his right hand or a jab, he slingshots back to get power. And if you throw a left hook immediately when he jabs, you got him. So I want Wilder to have a devastating left hook. A quick left, a tight left hook. Another thing I didn't like when it gets heated. Second fight, Fury throws the left hook to the liver, knocks him down. And I'm going to put on here at the end of this video what I said about 22 days before they had their second fight. If I were training Fury, if I were training Wilder, it still holds up pretty well. There's a few added things. Okay, those are the 3 things that we're going to go over on this video. One of the things this is one more thing that struck me really weird. I've never seen a trainer train like this, and I've been around to a lot of gyms. So anything Wilder does, they just praise like it's, oh my gosh, you know, anything he does. So Wilder, he's going to go jab, low on the heavy bag, get the guy thinking low, right hand head, left hook. So Malik goes crazy. There goes Wilder creating. A creating Wilder is going to cause chaos. And I'm going, are you kidding me? So this seems just totally out of place and just wrong to me, this stuff. Because he's using terrible technique. So I'm going to put on here Carlos, 8 amateur fights, throwing a jab to my stomach, right hand, left hook. 8 amateur fights. What? I didn't praise him all day. And I think I got one of lightning. I might throw a little lightning in there, doing the same thing. We work on that. Get a guy thinking low. slow. All right, we'll go with the jab next. So I'm seeing on the heavy bag. I go, oh my God, Malik hasn't even corrected that. He hasn't got him a piston jab. I mean, you can work on that if you know how to do punch mitts. 1, 1, 1, 1, and you don't come way out. You let him extend that jab. You catch. The punch mitts you catch, you don't throw. 1, 1. The most important punch in boxing hasn't been corrected. So if you guys are trying to figure out who you're going to bet on in this fight, you know what I think I'm going to do? I haven't hit the heavy bag in 25 years. Have left shoulder replacement last November. I'm 68 years old. I'm going to throw some jabs on the heavy bag. And if you have trouble distinguishing against my old crippled ass throwing jabs on the heavy bag over your bronze bomber, you might not want to bet on him. All right, now the left hook. 3 months ago, I showed video, left hook, he's hitting palms on the punch mitts. So I see a slight improvement. So he barely turns it over. He hits probably the bottom of these knuckles here on the punch mitts and then knocks it and follows through. It looks... That's the improvement I get after 3 months? Maybe I'll show a picture of Carlos on the punch mitts turning the left hook over and hitting him square on. No problem. All right, and also, people, you don't contact a heavy bag like this, you're going to rip out your shoulder. What kind of left hook is that? So I wanted, when Fury jabs, he slingshots back, I wanted Wilder, boom! I don't want him. And then Fury get out of the way. Oh yeah, and I might throw this in there on my left hook video, how to palms down or palms facing you. Watch when the left hook does impact the heavy bag from Wilder. He has to bend his wrists in to hit these knuckles. At least he did that. But watch on impact how it deflects it back when you have palms facing you. Watch how it deflects it. That's not a good thing, people. In other words, if he would have turned it over, that's not deflecting, no way. That's solid there. It's not going to do anything. So I thought I'd throw this in the video. All right. Another thing, they show a picture of him sparring. And I don't know if Malik put that picture in to throw us off. I swear he had to. I mean, this is ridiculous. So here we go again. It must have got a little heated. This is the way you parry a jab, huh, guys? Instead of catching or slipping, he had to be slipping and doing all that good stuff. They just showed us that. Nah. They're fooling me good. They fooling me good. All right. One last thing. This has always bugged me about Wilder for the longest time. He can be in a fight after a combination or a punch, and He has this habit after the heavy bag punching, after punch mitts. Instead of Malik, that would have been the first thing I would have corrected with Wilder if I were training him. There would have been no more of that. You know, you kind of want to, when you do stuff, go back on defense, right? No matter if you're punch mitts, heavy bag. You don't want to, and I'll be darned. International, when he was, it had to be international competition, amateur, when that one guy just creamed him. Wilder's jabbing, bringing the hand back like this and doing this, and he just creams him with a right hand. That hasn't been corrected since what, 08, 07?
Бил, и вот сейчас повтор давайте смотреть. Раз, два. До встречи.
But we're going to pray. Oh, he's going creating. He's going creating. All right. One thing Wilder, there's truth about Wilder. You got to be, we're going back to square one. We're just, all this other fancy stuff you think you've been, he's not going to be Sugar Ray Leonard, people. So all this fancy punch mitt stuff is junk. If you don't believe me, go look at a post or interview of Buddy McGirt saying, at my age, I could look like Sugar Ray Robinson on the punch mitts. That doesn't mean anything. If you don't believe this old fool in the garage, Buddy McGirt, who I think is the best trainer out there, actually. Okay, let's get back to what Wilder's telling the truth about. You got to be perfect every second of the fight. We're back to the right hand. And no better illustration than when he fought Ortiz's second fight. Ortiz all through the fights, right hand's missing. He's doing this, like southpaws do, and then counter.
The champion. He's trying to size up Ortiz, a straight left.
So Ortiz decides to be a little cocky. He made a mistake. So Ortiz, he's going to block the right hand, but it comes straight down the middle, right through. Lights out.
Jab, Ortiz pawed it away, boom! Good.
Ortiz made a split-second mistake in that fight, and lights out. So we're back to square one with Wilder with the right hand. So who do you go with, people? Fury may be in shape. Fury may be 50% in shape. Wilder's in top condition. Wilder's technique, doesn't look right with me. So how do you weigh this? Who do you go with? I'm going to take technique. If Fury's 3/4 of the way in shape, I'm going with Tyson Fury. So there's my take on it. We'll see if Malik's going to get Trainer of the Year, which he should if Wilder beats Fury. But I'm calling bullshit. Thanks for watching.